guys, welcome to my home studio. My name is Kelly, and on my channel I like to share planner videos, craft videos, art videos, recipes, mixed media, DIYs, happy meal and hauls, and sometimes I will throw in a lifestyle video. So without further ado, if any of that sounds appealing to you, I hope you do consider subscribing to my channel. Alright, I have a haul from jetpens.com. It's fountain pen love, as it were. And some gel pens. So, let's just get going, shall we? Alright. We will go one by one. So, first up, as some of you may know if you've watched any of my other videos, I am just adoring these Moonman pens. So, this is called the Moonman One-Size Mini Fountain Pen with a fine nib. It's a clear demonstrator, and I am going to read you a little blurb. Carefully crafted by compassionate fountain pen enthusiasts in China, Moonman pens offer a remarkable combination of style, quality, and affordability. The One-Size Mini pen features a cute, compact design. It's super tiny. That is a compact 3.4 inches long when capped, and a comfortable 4.7 inches long when posted. The name One-Size comes from the Mandarin words for rounded and colorful. Using the included glass eyedropper, you can fill the pen with over 2 millimeters of your favorite bottled fountain pen ink, far more than most cartridge and converter-filled pens can hold. The pen's transparent lets you admire the color of your ink and see when it's time to refill. You can also use the pen with the included black ink cartridges. Features: steel No. 5 fine nib, acrylic resin body, high capacity eyedropper design, glass eyedropper for filling the pen, 6 black ink cartridges, and this gift box. So, I love these pens. I have several of them now, and this finally came back in stock. So I am so over the moon excited. What a pun, right? So this just unscrews just like this, and then screws right on to the pen. I have one of these. Well, how many do I have? I don't know. I've lost track. But I've shown them all in videos, so you can see my fountain pen list. I do know I have the pink mini one, for sure. So this one and the other one were out of stock until now, so. And it's plated in gold. As you can see, it's a fine nib. And this holds, so this whole part holds your fountain pen ink. Okay? And it's super duper easy to fill. It just unscrews just like that. Okay, and then this part right here is rubbery, where the treads are, if you will. This is rubbery, so it does not leak. And I've had it since I came out just recently. So a couple months at least now. It has never leaked. I love it. Okay, so that's the first one. And then the second one that came back in stock is called the Moonman One-Size Mini Fountain Pen Fine Nib in Pink Swirl. So it's the exact same, so I won't read it to you. But finally, here it is, back in stock. Look how pretty. It's pink and it's red. It's so pretty. And then the same way, it unscrews like that. It posts like this. There you have it. It's very fun to write with. I love these a lot. Now, it doesn't have a clip to go on it, but I'm sure you could figure that out and just like hook it into one of those elastic pieces on a binder clip, you know, that you use in planners. At least I do. All the time. Yeah, I have one here handy. So you could just slip it right in the elastic. Like that. and hook it in your planner. This is just a binder clip I made with elastic on it, if you want. You know what I mean? That gives you an option. But I love these pens. I am totally obsessed with this brand right now for the last couple of months. So, alright, so that is the second one. And then this next one. Now, this is my first time buying this brand. Okay, this is the Noodlers Ahab Flex Fountain Pen Carnelian Honey Demonstrator. And this one was only $23, by the way. And the Moonman minis are $20.50. So, I am going to read this to you. Right now, it's out of stock off of Jet Pens, but if you just hit the get restock notification thing, it'll come back in, and then you can get it. Okay, inspired by Herman Melville's classic novel Moby Dick, the Ahab is Noodler's large-size Flex fountain pen. That is why I got it. Okay. It features a flexible steel nib, a handmade ebonite feed, and a piston filling system that can be removed, letting you fill the entire barrel with ink. This is a totally different pen than anything I have because of all of that. Noodler's Flex pens are ideal for fountain pen enthusiasts who enjoy tinkering with their pens. That would be me. I'm totally reading this to you. This is important and very interesting. I always find it interesting. Otherwise, I wouldn't read it to you. Okay? Don't be afraid to get ink on your fingers and adjust the nib and feed until you get the pen working just right for you. To enjoy the best experience possible, we recommend the following. Clean the pen thoroughly before using it for the first time. Use light pressure on your downstrokes to spread the tines of the nib and create line variation. Okay? That is why I got this pen. Don't write too quickly when flexing the pen, or else the ink flow won't be able to keep up and the pen will stop writing. So, if you're hand lettering, you want to do it slow anyway, right? And that is my idea as to behind why I got this particular pen with this kind of nib. If the pen stops writing, let it sit for a few minutes so that the feed can recharge with ink. You can speed up the process by tapping the nib on a piece of scratch paper or using the piston mechanism to force more ink into the nib. If the pen's ink flow is too wet or too dry for your taste, try adjusting how far the nib and feed are inserted into the grip section and how far back the nib is seated on the feed. The deeper the feed is inserted and the further back the nib is seated, the wetter the pen will tend to write. Okay? The deeper the feed is inserted and the further back the nib is seated, the wetter the pen will tend to write. That's important. This pen is made of eco-friendly celluloid-derived vegetal resin. It has a distinctive smell that generally fades with time, but never fully dissipates. Leaving the pen in direct sunlight will make the smell dissipate faster. So how cool is that? Stoked to get this, to have gotten this because of the Flex nib. You know, this is a Flex fountain pen. So, very, very fun this is going to be. Okay, so I'll show it to you. It's gorgeous. This is the number in case you want to look at it for it somewhere else. But Jet Pens doesn't take long to restock things. And they have other colors too. So there is the pen. And it comes with instructions, which is really cool. neat. This is the neatest little instruction booklet I've seen yet. Look at this. Because I've looked at this. How neat is that, you guys? The Ahab pen. Look at Moby Dick. Isn't that neat? It's beautiful. Okay, and then the directions are here. Okay. Very interesting. The top view from the surface of the right whale and the sperm whale are the basis to the clip design for this pen, and they are the two species of whale that were the mainstay of the industry upon which the novel Moby Dick was based. Likewise, the barrel is akin to Ahab's whalebone leg, and the baling filler akin to the pumps on the Pequod. The ventless flex nib has its own socket within the section, which I looked at and is super cool. And along with the feed, it is friction fit as a harpoon upon its staff with a line of breather tube for its tail. The pen is a dual filler, 3 or 4 pumps of the insulated baling filler, and it is full. Or if one cares to risk a non-insulated filler, a whale of capacity awaits a massive eyedropper filled pen. When air in the chamber may expand from the heat of your hand, which generally requires refilling within 2/3 air to inhibit excessive flow. The ventless nib is of the finest stainless steel, flex steel tipped with platinum group metals and set upon an automatic feed design of handmade ebonite. Keep the feed clean by brushing with soapy water and ammonia now and then as needed. Nib tines should be even. O-ring seals can be replaced from your local hardware store. Any that can fit the filler groove and seal against the filler walls will do just fine. Should only be 40 cents to $1.35 in cost. Exclamation point, by the way. To lubricate seals, also obtain silicone grease for faucet gaskets. Plumbing section. Should cost about $2. Teflon tape can also be used in a pinch for seals, but may stress joints. O-rings are best for long-term use. Hopefully, the following images can be worth 1,000 words explanation as to how to use this versatile writing instrument and keep it running for as long as Moby Dick has been in print. These people are cool. Oh my goodness, I love it. Which is the only reason I'm reading this to you, because this is such an unusual pen, and I like the history, and I like to know all about these fine points personally. So, this is the filler. Filler seal should have flat sides for a good seal, which is right there. Main seal is tight to last, there. Twist and push to move, there. Cover nib with ink and pump filler twice and the pen is full. Eyedropper alternative. Okay. Eyedropper, fill the barrel up to this point. Okay, good. Then screw the section back until O-ring has flat sides. Or use Noodlers eyedropper O-rings. Okay. Unscrew filler unit and slip O-ring forward. Okay, and then a flat O-ring. A well-sealed full pen. And then this one says, An 1890s overfeed, yes, and for a fraction of a cent. Clear plastic tape covers the entire nib slit. Press to dry nib face, then trim to nib edge, but leave 3 millimeters just behind the tip. Wow. For the vigorous flex artist, a clean and deep feed channel in a taped nib face helps to prevent railroading. And that means when calligraphy flow is interrupted by air between the nib tines. If you flex a great deal, you might consider the addition of a small piece of plastic tape. Effective and practical, though not perhaps for the aesthetically pure. And then I read you that part already. That is very interesting. No adhesives and all parts threaded for easy access. And that's your O-ring. O-rings removed with a toothpick. Okay? And then main O-ring readily available at most hardware stores for pennies. See it? I appreciate they included that. So for me, actually, them sharing all that kind of information, it makes a difference. You know, I really actually appreciate that. Okay. So, as I said, this pen is made of celluloid derivative, aka vegetal resin, and other high-priced variants. Though ours is technically biodegradable and formed from a renewable resource, even though our resin and our ebonite can last more than a lifetime, as proven by vintage pens long in existence that were stored well. The cost of this pen was kept far below the quoted equivalent costs that were 8 to as much as 36 times greater. And it has Europe, Japan, Taiwan, US, China, in parentheses. Noodlers made it with better utilitarian materials and design at a cost to you of $23. We did it with the help of people in Texas, New York, California, Idaho, Maryland, Massachusetts, and India. The combination of the oldest and largest democracies can increase living standards for all. Okay? So that is the blurb on that, and I find that very interesting. And we'll just flip this back to Moby Dick. Even it has little birds, seagulls in the backdrop. I love it. So this, like I said, is my first Noodlers pen. Can you just see this color? It's this gorgeous, transparent yellow color. It's so attractive. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Okay? And it has silver hardware here on the clip and this part underneath the finial. That's where they screwed it on. And it unscrews just like so. Okay. Let's post this beauty. It does post. It's a lightweight pen. Very lightweight. Very, very lightweight. I have lotion on my hands, so I don't want to get that on this because it's so pretty. And the nib is silver, as you can see. And it has this piece right here. And I've read you everything about it. So I'm going to show you now. This part untwists. Just like so. This is very different than anything I have. Then there is the hollow body, as you can see. And then this actually untwists. I'll show you this part, though. This piston goes up and down for filling. Okay, untwist. And then it has that. You see that little bit? There you go. Right there. So, And then if you go a step further and push that up a little, you can see I've moved that. That's just 2 separate pieces there. And it comes right out like that. And then this part is separate. So the piece, this is your nib. It'll focus. There's your nib. Okay. And then this piece is totally and completely separate. I'll bring you even closer. See that? And because I know how it works already because I've washed this pen. Okay, I have not used it yet though. Alright, so carefully, what you do is you just, to put it back together, put that on there like that and hold it as one unit. Okay? And take this part right here. And there are a couple rivets in there. And you see how I did that? Okay, take it apart. I'll show you again. I'll put it back in. You just twist it slightly and find its groove to go in, and now it's back in one piece. Okay? How neat is that? And then you put this part back on, twist it counterclockwise, depending on how you're holding it. Put the body back together. And then put your cap back on. Let's just look at that nib though for a second. It's slightly, it's as close as I can get it. But you see the tine there? It's slightly up right here. There you go. Okay. So this hopefully is going to at least be somewhat useful. I'm going to try to see if it'll work for hand lettering in any possible way. So we'll see. If not, I'll just use it as a regular pen. But I did want to share that really in-depth information with you, especially on this pen. Very interesting. Okay, and my battery died, so this is a different day that I'm filming the rest of this on, as you can see, because my nail polish is different and I have a different shirt on. But that's okay. Okay, up next I have the Zebra Sarasa Push Clip Gel Pen 0.5mm Vintage Color 2, and it's the 5-color set. This is temporarily out of stock. It was only $7.50, but they'll come back in stock. So Zebra Sarasa, why is that hard for me to say? Sarasa Push Clip Vintage Pen Color Pens feature chic, subdued ink with matching pen bodies and ivory clips with gold lettering. Like other Sarasa push clip pens, these pens contain Zebra's Sarasa ink, which is a water-based pigment gel ink. Vivid in color and smooth flowing, the ink delivers consistent crisp lines in a feather-resistant, water-resistant, and has high light fastness. The retractable pen tip is sturdy enough to endure handwriting pressure and pen drops. I have a tendency to be heavy-handed, so that's cool. The clip is not only cute, but functional. It is a strong, break-resistant binder clip that securely fastens the pen to pockets and notebooks. The pen also has a rubber grip for comfortable writing. This set contains 5 colors: Bordeaux purple, camel yellow, which is my favorite, cassis black, dark gray, and sepia black. gorgeous. Gorgeous. Now, they do have refills for the Sarasa pens, and if you look on JetPen's website, it'll come up. Now, I don't see any of the colors that I just read listed here, but you can refill this with other colors, I suppose. But I'm sure somewhere, if you look at it, Google it, you'll be able to find it. So, okay. And then, this also comes in the Vintage Colorway I, which is also a 5-color set. And this is also out of stock, which is why I didn't get it. But it'll come back in stock off of JetPen, so no problem. So, I cannot wait to play with these. Now, I have been on the fence for months about these pens. So, that's why I just never got them. Because I saw these a long time ago. They come in this little plastic case. Look at this. Gorgeous. Gorgeous pen. Oh, it's pretty. Okay, I have a scratch paper here, sure. So that's the case. Beautiful. So let's just see the colorways again. All right. And I'm going to go as they have them listed on this website. And it comes with this little red piece on the tip so it doesn't leak. And it's brand spanking new, as it were. So I'm going to take that off. And go for it. So this is Bordeaux purple. Ooh, beautiful. Bordeaux purple. Gorgeous. Okay, and then they have this one, and this is camel yellow. Oh, I forgot. Protective piece. Let me just remove that quickly. Okay. Ooh, this is my favorite. Absolutely. By far, I love this color. I have been obsessed with this one since probably a little bit after it became the it color, because it takes me time to sink in to things. It just does. Sometimes I can embrace it, but sometimes it just takes me a while now. That is gorgeous, and I love it. I have many planners, many pens in that color way. I usually just refer to it as ochre. Alright. C-A-S-I-S, Cassis Black. Oh, beautiful. Okay. And then next, which one do they have? They have dark gray. Oops. These are tricky to come off a little. It's on there so nicely. Okay. Dark gray. Pretty. And then they have Sepia Black. This looks like red to me, but that's what Sepia looks like. So, there's that. Okay. Sepia Black. Gorgeous. These write nicely. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and now last but not least, I will put this in here, close it up. I'm going to keep that just like that for now. And then, are you ready? Ta-da! Gorgeous. Okay? This is the Nagasawa Original Prophet Skeleton Prosk Fountain Pen in antique, says antique gold trim, 14 karat gold music nib. Oh my goodness! Pretty, pretty, pretty. That is everything. Okay? I am going to definitely read this to you. Okay. With its classic styling and 14 karat gold nib, the Nagasawa Original Prophet Skeleton Prosk Fountain Pen is made for lovers of the written word. That would be me. Oh, Lord, that's cute. Its transparent body shows off the pen's inner workings and displays the beauty of the ink inside. The design is complemented by a faceted cap and dark gold-colored trim. This pen features a music nib. Obsessed. Been wanting to try that for quite some time. The style of nib was originally designed for writing sheet music and produces line variation similar to an italic or stub nib. This pen is inspired by the Sailor Prophet and made by Sailor for the Nagasawa Stationery, spelt the European way with an E, stationery, center in Kobe, Japan. 14 karat gold nib with a weathercock design, transparent resin body, antique gold colored accents, 2 black ink cartridges, Sailor fountain pen converter, and Sailor gift box. Okay, beautiful. Now, I am rather fond of the italic nib. My very first fountain pen, which my parents gave me when I was 7, so my sister would have been 5. I have a red one. They gave my little sister an orange one. This has a medium italic nib on it, if you will. As it were. This is my very first pen. So, if it's the music nib is supposed to be reminiscent of the italic nib, I think I am styling. Okay, here are the 2 cartridges that it comes with, and then here she is. Now, I do love rose gold. That's my favorite metal, but this antique gold is quite lovely, as you can see. Okay, I have this slipped right on there. I will take that off. And here she is. Oh, just beautiful. And it screws on and off. Let's post it. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that music nib, you guys. I cannot wait to ink this beauty up. Look at that. Okay, I will unpost it, and I will show you the inner part. This twists right off. It has a converter, which is how I will be using it. Here is the body, and look at that detail there. Now, I always clean my pens when they first come in, as you should, but you can see the gorgeous detail. Look at that trim. Oh, this is stunning. Really like it. Okay, and then here are the inner workings. And even the converter, look at that. Beautiful. It's even antique gold on the converter there. Gorgeous. So the converter, it's the usual one. Just twist down like that to fill. And then put it in your ink bottle and go to town and pull it back up. Okay? Oops. Okay. So there you go. And then put it back together. Twist it on. This isn't that heavy either, so it feels very nice in my hands, as it were. Oh, I love this. So for me, the music nib is why I got this. Really wanted one. They're not as easy to come by as you may think, at least not that I know. And neither is the architect nib, as it were. So just the unusual nibs, it's fun to just dabble and play and find these things. Now these are all from Jet Pens, but I do like to use the nibsmith.com. He can make your nib any way you want it, okay? He offers several things. It's a $45 charge to do that, in addition to whatever pen you buy. So I think that is pretty cool. I've been dealing with him. I think I bought my first pen in 2017, 2018. And I just texted him one morning when I bought the Century Platinum Niece. I didn't even have an account established with him online or anything. I just texted him. It was very easy to deal with. He responded right away, so I was very impressed with that. So I do, and have since ordered other pens from him, and I have a pre-order in with him as well for the new TWSBI Eco. And of course the new TWSBI Eco is already out on Jet Pens, but I'll just wait. That's fine, no problem. I have plenty of pens to play with. So I did order that off of his website. So alright, so let me get all the pens back out just to show you. As it were. Super fun. Very, very, very economical are these two Moonmans and this Noodlers pen. This pen was a little bit more pricey, as it were. But that is fine. I really wanted it. I think it's gorgeous. So I'm very happy with this purchase. The Noodlers pen in the Ahab Carnelian Honey Ahab Flex. This is the first time I've used this brand. I love what they wrote and all the information that they gave on their pen, and I think it's a good company just for those reasons. I know they have a ton of ink, and I've never tried their ink before, so I'll have to look into that at some point and see what I can find. But it always saying Noodlers ink or Noodlers fountain pen, it always reminds me of my Susus, because I always call them I always say, you noodle. So, and then we sing noodle-roni, fettuccine, a bit of a Italy, and they always get a kick out of that, as it were. But anyway, I thank you ever so kindly for watching, and if you liked what you saw, I hope you do consider subscribing to my channel, and I wish you folks a very beautiful day. Peace out.